Alright guys, welcome back to episode 18 of our Grease's Mod campaign. I am excited to be back and playing this. It has been a very fun campaign. It's been a few days away. I recorded a bunch of episodes to prepare for a trip I took over the weekend. So it's a few days after and we're going to jump right back into it. We are taking one of our secondary armies and we're fighting the Skaven. I believe this is where two of our bounties are as well, which we actually get a valiant defeat here, which is very surprising because if we actually look at the Skaven armies, it's actually not that good. It's a lot of Skaven slaves, a lot of Night Runners, which they can be kind of annoying, but then the rest of it's not too bad. Yeah, the Skaven Slingers, they don't have... I'm trying to remember if Master Snickitch's armor piercing bonuses to Night Runners is faction-wide or just his army. I'm gonna guess... Oh, okay, I'm gonna guess it's faction-wide. Because 11 armor piercing for Night Runners is a lot, but we should be able to do quite a bit. We have a lot of cavalry to run down the Night Runners. We have some Noblars to suck up damage, and we have lots of anti-infantry. And our Lead Belchers will be awesome taking out stuff, so let's jump right into it. Alright, this is our first battle with our big boys on the Rhinoxes, our first use of Crushers. I've been really excited to try these units out. Here we see the mod with their new armor. But big battles. Skaven bringing about 6,000, actually about 6,500 troops total. Fair amount of Skaven slaves, but a lot of Night Runners, and because they are part of... Where can I find some Night Runners? Because they are part of Clan Eshin, they get a huge jump in armor-piercing damage for the missiles. They can be pretty nasty, but we have really good units both in our main army and then in the Slaughtermaster's one that's supporting. Mostly just Noblars and some Ogre Balls with the weapons there. But first use of Lead Belchers as well. Menace Below spawns right on our Lead Belchers, so I do try to bring in some Iron Guts and our Butcher to get on them before we lose any models, because these guys are going to be able to dish out a lot of damage if we're able to keep them alive and shooting. But the first Skaven army that is reinforcing is going to come on in just a second. Mostly ranged units. So we've positioned all of our Crushers and our Tyrant and Bruiser just to be able to annihilate these guys as they come in. As long as they can't shoot, they can't really do anything. None of these guys really have good melee stats or anti-large. So our Crushers, with their massive amounts of armor and a huge weapon strength, they're just going to decimate these guys very quickly. Look how quickly those freaking units are going down. These guys are just getting massive amounts of kills very quickly. But Menace Below, once again, on our Lead Belchers. We did keep our Iron Guts here as kind of a front line. We deployed our Gorgers over here in the forest, hopefully to be able to flank a little bit as the Skaven main force moves forward. But about 2.5 minutes left until our army comes over. I did move it over here so that it would spawn in a more favorable position for us. But the third Skaven army has come in with a Warlock Master, and they actually have some Dark Elf troops from a... What are the summit building is that you can... Like, not an embassy. Because technically, outpost, that's what it is, an allied outpost. So they have an allied outpost at this settlement, so they do have some Dark Riders. But the Warlord over here ran off the battlefield very quickly. Skaven just barely out of range of our Lead Belcher so far, but this reinforcing army is going to try to get up onto our gun line very quickly, but we have almost dealt with the reinforcing army. Now that both have run out of their timers, it's going to be splitting where they're reinforcing from. So fortunately, we're going to have to leave some guys here to deal with them and some to go over here. But now we're going to see our Lead Belchers go to work. Ooh. Doing lots and lots of damage, decimating these units. A lot of Skaven slaves so far, but some clan rats as well. Very quickly just racking up kills, but once again, there's those Menace Belows. They are going to get on this middle one and shut down some of the left one as well, but I did leave them in guard mode, so hopefully they should continue to shoot a little bit. But Warlord going right after our Iron Guts. I do get some of the charges off with some of them. So we did get some really good attacks right away, but yeah, look at these volleys just decimating the clumped up Skaven infantry. Going to do massive amounts of damage. Lots of the Night Riders and Skaven Slingers trying to go after our Hunter, but a lot of the quick units, including the Dark Elf Dark Riders, coming to hit our lead belchers before they can do too much. But I do send some of our control groups, the one led by the Bruiser, to deal with some of the flanking infantry, and now our Gorgers are moving into the battlefield to try to get on some of them. I do pull back our Tyrant and his Crushers to get on these reinforcing units before they can shut down my gun line too bad. That does leave this enemy reinforcing point wide open. But our reinforcements arrive right at the same time, so it can be very, very nice. Gorgers have 56 speed, so they're going to be just barely fast enough to catch all these Skaven units, although Night Runners are going to be very, very hard to catch. They have just barely smaller speed or lower speed than our Gorgers, but they can be kind of nasty because they can fire while moving and stuff like that. But we're sending our Iron Guts in. They are starting to chase off some of the Skaven infantry that was running in. But our Bruiser actually putting up not as good a fight as I would have hoped against this Warlord. He is on a Brood Horror, and he does have poison damage. So that's a big reason why our Bruiser's taking a lot of damage and not winning so much. But Chieftain has regeneration from that, so that's a big reason why he is being alive. Oh, he also has the Warpstone army as well, so he's dealing damage to our nearby units. But our lead belchers we have freed, and they're getting their shots off once again. We have almost entirely crushed this left flank of the Skaven reinforcing army. Crusher's doing amazing work. They only caused fear, which is kind of crazy, but they just do monstrous amounts of damage on the charge. So breaking those units very quickly, but some more Skaven reinforcements coming from the back. That's the position I had to leave open for a little bit. But our Gorgers not doing amazing, actually. Their anti-infantry does help them, but they are just getting sniped a little bit as they try to chase units around. Because the Night Runners are proven to be pretty elusive, but our Iron Guts getting onto a lot of the stuff in the back. Warp Fire throws them and shut down. A few range units still surviving, though. But we just don't have the numbers back here to chase everything down at the moment. But we have concentrated a lot of our forces at wiping out and protecting our main force from the enemy force. And with the Slaughtermaster, our Butcher, and the Bruiser, we're going to be able to take out this Warlord fairly quickly. He does finally break. But more Skaven reinforcements still coming in. We did send one of our Iron Guts back to take out some of them, try to shut them down before they can get on too many of our guys. And we decide to turn around our lead belchers so they can get some of their shots off before they get to melee. But over here, Crusher's continuing to do exactly what I hope they do. Crush all this Skaven ranged and keep them from shooting. Getting lots of kills. These guys are already over 300 kills, but the Warlock Master's still able to get some more lightnings off. But the Skaven forces are scattered, even though they're barely holding on. We are chasing them down. Our Crushers over here, this is our unit of Crushers. They don't have Iron Fist, so they are taking a fair amount of damage, and actually losing a fair amount of models. They're, well, not quite. They're at 11 right now out of 12, but very quickly that will change. They will break for a little bit. But our Gorgers finally caught up to these Night Runners. They are fighting in the forest, though, so they're going to lose some melee attack and speed, which is not helpful. Yeah, but those Crushers do get almost killed off. 9 models left, but they have so much HP missing. But over here, our Bruiser once again going after the Skaven Warlord along with these Iron Guts. In the backfield, the Warlock Master actually doing a pretty good job against our Tyrant, who is on a Mournfang. He's just been able to hold out. 90 armor. Not great abilities for this, but he's just proved very resilient. I guess just our guy has not been able to hit him very well. But another Warplate Portling on our lead belchers, and we have lost some models. This one has lost 6 models. That one has lost 3. And only 1 in this one, but their health is getting pretty low. But finally, the Skaven leadership gives way. After that massive battle, our cavalry really came in handy. And with that, the battle is ours. That was actually a much bigger battle than I thought it would be. They brought a ton of units, but it's like, man, they just did not want to go down. This is the army that we almost completely killed as they got in the battlefield, so that's no surprise, but it's like, everything just fought for much longer than I thought it would, but it's like our lead belchers, even for being shut down a lot quite during that battle, they still got a ton of kills, and our freaking crushers killed it. Awesome. I'm really, really happy with that. This is a very, very fun army composition as well, but we don't want to loot and occupy it because we don't really gain a whole lot, but we do. Oh no, wait, this is a bounty. I can't remember if this is sack and occupy. We'll sack it first just to be sure, because sometimes if we occupy it, we don't get the bounty. I should have checked before we fought the battle, but that's okay. We should be... we don't have quite enough movement range to go back and take the settlement. Ooh, we got a bunch of big names, though. Okay, we got our bounty. Okay, that was eliminating that character. Okay, and it was raising or sacking it. We sacked it. Okay. I remembered correctly. So, yeah, that was a pretty good battle. We surprisingly didn't get a whole lot of meat from that, actually. Maybe it's because we were attacking the settlement and not the army, but yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of meat from that, but gained a couple of levels. Looking at it for our tyrant now. Is anything getting close to rank 7? Rank 5 on some of our cavalry and lead belchers. Let's look at... I think our lead belchers will get there first. We'll do continuous volley. That gives them some more range and reload stuff. Fight or die is pretty good for the leadership buff. Now that also gives them melee attack. Our butcher from the Lord of Heavens. This is a guy we were sending initially to do assassinations. So that's why our skills are put in that order. So we'll keep it as is for now, but we'll do one skill and replenish troops to try and heal our guys up once we get the opportunity to. These two heroes will come join this army next turn. Hopefully he does not get ambushed over the end turn, because that would suck. But if he does, let's give him Renowned Feastmaster. That way he gets regeneration. And we already have access to the maw, so if we do get ambushed, he can probably deal with it. But over in the west, we did have a pretty good battle against the Skaven when they attacked our camp. This guy was just going to defend the gates of Zar, if I remember right. Because the Skaven army just comes out of nowhere. We'll keep him in an ambush. With the garrison, he should be able to win that battle. There's nothing crazy there. Yeah, let's level up our camp tyrant. Let's reduce his... He got a lot of experience from that battle. Let's give him reduced construction costs. Recruitment. Yeah, let's do recruitment. And then draft master, along with Masters of Meat. Gives him more meat to any battles we fight around him. Yeah, it's really good we kept him alive, too. Because we'd spent a lot of meat here. And speaking of, let's get him the ability to recruit man-eaters. This is going to increase casualty replenishment and give another heal to these local armies. Let's level up Big Chungus before we move on, though. He is our beat stick, so let's just keep going. Give him more damage. Woundmaker for more weapon strength. Our Firebelly is immortal now, which is nice. Let's try to keep going and get Arcane Conduit. Our Hunter... We get elusive, and he already has a small bonus for large, so let's just give him quick throw for that reload time reduction. Our Butcher of the Great Maw. Give him Feastmaster, that's by far the best one. If you're going to have him in an army. Like, if you have more than one Butcher in an army, then Tolerance to Toxins might be good, but for now, we're going to have it as is. And we're dealing with a lot of Skaven corruption, so let's deal with that so they don't have as many uses of the Menace below. Our Merc Captain Bruiser, though, he has snacks now. Awesome. He's already really good in combat, so that's just going to make him even better. Let's... Is he the only Bruiser in this army? Oh, he is the only Bruiser in this army, so let's give him training. That way he helps out the army a little bit more. But yeah, this army is going to defend that. We have this. Okay, great. We have this Slaughtermaster coming up to take Mount Grey Hag. Close victory. We should be able to auto-resolve that. Yeah. Took a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Let's sack it, though, for the meat and income. Then occupy it. Yeah, I'm still kind of worried about this camp. We have defeated Tretch's main army when we fought the camp right here. But I don't know if there's an army in Mount Silverspear right now, so I don't want to leave the camp undefended this turn. So I'm going to wipe out these two smaller armies that are remnants of that battle. And then we'll stand guard around the camp until these guys can combo and take out Kirkback Mountain.
Time for a surprise feast.
But Chungus, yep, he's going to do so much damage. So he does 720 damage for his weapon strength, but then he also has heroic killing blow, which gives him another 50%, and his item, which gives him another 50%. So he can get up to 1400 weapon strength when both those are active. So that's going to be awesome. Alright, we have a lot of meat now from those battles, though. With our Slaughtermaster, we have access to both the Maw and Trollguts, so let's get some red line skills. Actually, is there something up here we want? Dinner Bell is nice to reduce cooldowns. Poison Master reduces attrition. This gives control and corruption, Winds of Magic, and okay. Causes terror and enemy leadership is actually pretty good to reduce, especially against the Skaven, but I don't think we need it with the armies that we have. Let's actually take Route Marcher first, then we'll go down the red line. First Hunter, though, let's do increased mobility. Do we have any other heroes we could give to this guy? We could get... Nope, nothing right now. Where's Greasus? Greasus is... Or that's right, he took Black Crag the turn before. So, this minor Skaven faction still has some territory around here. This is all Clan Moors. I took the Black Crag so this guy wouldn't be as annoying, but we're going to have to come back anyway and wipe him out before we can move on to Clan Moors. But, yeah, down here we have, I think, 2 armies coming this way, so we have to be really, really careful, because there was a 3rd army, I think, inside Fire Mountain Pass. So we have 2 armies plus whatever this guy is going to have. So let's make sure for... Oh, I can't recruit regiments over now because we're in unfriendly territory. Oh, that's really, really annoying. We're just going to have to do our best to defend the camp. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be in these armies. It's probably going to be high tier stuff, so we may lose this camp. We could pick it up right now. It's right at the edge of ranking up, though. How dangerous do we feel like playing? Because the problem with this camp battle is that we don't have enough fast units. I think we have to retreat and just pick up the camp at a different time. I think that's our best option. So we will... Oh, we can't pick it up because there's an enemy army in the region? What? Where? Come on, he's so far away. That's annoying. Okay, well, we got no choice now. We just have to hope we can defend it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's really, really bad, actually. But, and you guys, we have some heroes coming down that way. Yeah, we'll send them to join. Once the Firemouth is complete, then we will recruit a bunch of Firebellies at a really high level. But in the meantime, let's get some of our income, keep going up, and we can do money laundering in 8 turns. Ooh, what we could do, I didn't think about this. We could do a bribe. We could bribe one of these armies. Because let's see what the unit composition is like. Hopefully they don't have a lot of characters. We can't see any so far. Yes, let's actually try that. That might be our salvation right now. Let's cancel Blood Peak for now. Let's bribe to see how much he loses actually. Come on, lose a lot of your army. Yes! He lost pretty much everything. That means he didn't have any heroes in there. Yes, he had no heroes. That's awesome. Okay, that means we can probably defend this. Oh, that's good to know. That makes me so happy. Okay. We defeated Queek a little bit ago, but I'm afraid they're going to come after Carricate Peaks. I'm probably not going to be able to defend it because I have to worry about this guy first, but we have to take it back. That's not a huge deal. I think that's everyone else that we want to move. And we've spent... Oh, this guy's coming back, though. Let's send him back down here. And both Scrag and Goldfag don't really want to confederate right now, so that's fine. Well, that's that bruiser. Oh, this is the bruiser that was in that army. Okay, let's give him... no, let's save skills until you hit rank 12. That'll be nice. And our hunter... Let's do Scarred Veteran. And Camp Tyrant. We were just trying to give him redline skills in case the Skaven army comes up and attacks him. So we'll just buff Iron Guts. Oh, I guess you can embed heroes into camp garrisons. That's good to know. We'll keep that guy there. Nah. We'll have him do something else. He'll come down and be more useful with armies that can move. But, is there anything we can build to get more income? Probably not right now. Oh, Darkhold we can. Darkhold they should be able to hold on to now that we've taken a lot of Skaven territory, so that's fine to spend our money there. I don't expect... Oh, Zhao Ming. Oh, I forgot how bad Cathay is. Cathay's in shambles. The Dark Elves, Nakai, and the Skaven have kind of ran rampant. Yep, Carricate Peaks, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Luckily the army that attacked is not a big deal. It's mostly infantry, which we can deal with pretty easily. One thing of artillery and 2 Rattling guns. Alright, so this battle actually gave us a decisive defeat in the Auto Resolve, even though the starting army is just the Gracer by himself, but I guess the reinforcing army is decent. 2 Plague Monks, 4 Things of Stormvermin, 2 Rattling Guns, 2 Doom Flayers. It's got a fair amount of stuff, along with a Chieftain. I believe he's mounted on a Bone Crusher, so he can be pretty nasty, along with another Gracer. But his reinforcements come in around almost the exact same time ours does. We don't have any great units besides our Stonehorn Regiment over now. But our Slaughtermaster does have access to a lot of good spells. He has Bone Crusher, he has the Maw, he has Troll Guts. So if they present really good targets, we'll take them out with magic. But here's the first use of the Menace Below. Really annoying spell. I do notice it almost right away though, so we do get the charge off with our Ogre Bulls. The Stone Crusher... or Stonehorn. I thought about sending back, but we decided to send him after the Gracer. I think that's the more important target. These guys will disappear anyway since they're a summon. But for us, it's basically just a lot of Noblars and a lot of Ogre Bulls. We don't really have anything else to our name with these, with this army. This is our camp army as well. But Gracer trying to use Warp Lightning. We do get out of the way, so it doesn't actually do anything to us that time. But we do have 2 regiments of... Yeah, besides the Stonehorn, we do have the Bogglars of the Mad Marshes. So these are pretty cool Nobbler Trappers. If you get them in water, actually, they will heal, and they can actually replenish combatants. So really good. We do have some water right here, so we're going to try to use that to best effect. Another Menace Below coming down, this time on some of our Nobblars. We didn't want them to get on our piggyback knights, so we sent some Ogre Bulls back before they could become too much of a problem. But here's all the reinforcements. Lots of infantry. Looks like no ranged units so far. There's the Stormborn with halberds. Those guys can be pretty nasty. Yeah, the Chieftain on the Bone Crusher, he's pretty nasty. Level 22 as well, so he's going to be very well kitted out. But our reinforcements are coming in. Stonehorn taking some damage pretty soon, but ooh, there's a big Bone Crusher and big blobs of Skaven infantry. Doesn't do a whole lot to these Stormvermin, but did a lot to those Plague Monks. This first Gracier actually hurting our Slaughtermaster pretty bad right away, though. But we do manage to get a Troll Guts on himself, so he is getting some healing, along with Blood Gruel, so we will get a fair amount of HP back. A lot of our units coming in. Camp Tyrant trying to get there, help out. But it is just going to be a knockout, drag-out fight. They have superior leadership to us for the most part, but we outnumber them, and we've got them trapped against the edge of the map. Ooh, big Warp Lightning there, going to hit right on our Ogre Bulls and Nobblers, do a fair amount of damage. But it is just proven to be a mosh pit. We can't really do a whole lot, just hopefully we get them right as they come in and scare them off. Stonehorn, it got the Gluttony, so it is back up to full with after that heal. But the Skaven character's proven to be very resilient so far. The initial Gracier, he took about half damage before the army came in, but we have not been able to damage him anymore. But we decided to pull some of our units back, and maybe that will allow the reinforcements from this game to come in, so we can deal with them all at once instead of having to wait piecemeal. But the Skaven Stormvermin with halberds, they are pretty close to dead. We have some Nobblers in the way now. Some of our Ogre Bulls taking a fair amount of damage though, since they didn't have Nobblers meat shields for a while. Nobblers took a while to get there, but another big Warp Lightning coming down. Rattling Guns make their way onto the field, but right away they get caught in melee. Same with these other Rattling Guns and Stormvermin. That should be almost all of the enemy reinforcements. The Doomflayers are still on the map, and they do drop a Morse Clanstone, so they get a big boost in armor piercing damage. Plus, a lot of these units also have poison as well. But they also have some Guardian, so physical resist from Guardian, but one of the Skaven characters has a banner, I believe, that reduces our leadership a little bit, if I can find it. But we've pretty much taken out everything this game have to offer. Characters still holding out, but just a matter of time for us. We just have the numbers, we have the mass, they can't get through, they can't use any of their ranged units. But the army's going to hold on until we can deal with the characters and a lot of their leadership goes down. Stonehorn proven to be pretty effective with its bonus for infantry, and it also has Frostbite, so reduces enemy speed. But it is taking some damage. Stormvermin are kind of resilient on Legendary. They can be very, very difficult to deal with. But our Bloggers in the Mad Marshes, they've used up all their ammo, so we do send them to melee because they are in the water right here, so they are going to be getting that healing. And okay, that's where it is. The Portents of Verminous Doom, so our leadership is getting reduced by 4. Now the big Warp Lightning there doesn't actually hit us too bad. He actually hit kind of his own characters, because they were kind of being pushed around, so it didn't do a whole lot that time actually, but yeah, just waiting for some more stuff to come on in. Doomflayers, Rat Ogres, and some Night Runners are all that's left. But the first Gracier, he's about dead. The second one still pretty healthy, but his leadership was getting pretty low. Chieftain still proven to be very, very resilient. He has 115 armor, very good melee stats in both on the attack and defense side, and good weapon strength. He does have Frenzy as well, which I forgot about. But yeah, that physical resist he's giving to those two Graciers is really, really helping them out. But gradually we are wearing them down. Again, I decided to pull stuff back. This was from our initial army, not from the camp, so I decided to pull them back before they take too many losses. since we are going to try to keep them alive to be able to pursue some of these Skaven remnants. But we pull the rest back, try to give some more space for the Skaven to spawn on, so we can deal with them once and for good. Skaven Chieftain finally has broken, taking some damage from these Noblars and the Camp Tyrant and the Stonehorn. The Graciers have been routed off, so it's just the last little bits giving the Skaven room to spawn on the map so we can finish this battle off. But in the meantime, we're just going to use that time to chase down the Chieftain and hope that once the last few units come on, they just rout from army losses. But Camp Tyrant... Sorry, wrong one. He actually didn't do that bad. Most of the time he spent was attacking characters, so he did get some value from that. Stonehorn, though, is going to get lots of value. 300 kills, 2,000 value. Speed up just a little bit till this Skaven come in. There we go. And almost immediately their leadership's going to drop once we actually get them into combat. Our Piggyback Knights did get kind of sandwiched between these Rat Ogres and the Night Runners. But now the Ogre hordes are coming charging in. There's that massive Ogre charge. And very, very quickly, things will turn for the worse for these last little Skaven reinforcements. And with that, army losses. And that is it, guys. It was a more annoying battle than I thought it was going to be. But, yeah, this guy, both of them will survive, unfortunately. This guy was a supporting army, so he's going to be able to come back, but let's take the heal on our Slaughtermaster, because they might come back. Oh, this is Clan Eshin. Okay, they came with another army. They had another army I didn't know about. Oh, no, never mind. This is one of the armies we did attack. Okay, but we're in range of the settlement. Oh, we're in March Stance! Okay, but we have access to the moss. We should be able to do okay. Let's actually save this for next episode, guys, in episode 19. I do have to make this episode a little bit shorter, but thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Warhammer. Have a great day, guys.